freestyle. I'm going off the dome. Ready for my close-up? Good looking. Let me tell you, get more bookings. Oh, that'd be nice. Giving me tips, tools, and advice. Yeah, you're gonna get them, hon. You're gonna sit back, listen to Mark Simpson. Whoa, having a blast. Gonna get it on the Bruce Lee podcast. Bruce Lee like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better put direct. Here are the words in the podcast, that's what comes.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to day 2 of the special GPT training, where we're going to show you how you can take advantage of all the cool tools that are coming your way and how you can implement into your business. Now, yesterday was all about fun. So we used a cool tool to dig into images, and we've had everything from the amazing to the absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to share a couple of them in a second. We also looked at a new search engine in Find, and it was really funny how, you know, if you try and Google search Find, it won't bring it up. You have to type it in directly, which I thought was hilarious. But obviously it's a sign of what is to come. And also as well, we introduced what we're going to be doing and why we do it. Today, there's a bit more of a structure. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be implementing something from the Book Direct Playbook. And the cool thing about this is that it cuts the amount of time that you need to do what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking about customer avatar, how to create a customer avatar. And I know there's a lot of people who are watching and tuning in that are literally just about to get going in their journey, which is awesome. So we're going to do a spin the wheel. Before we do that, if you could do me a massive favor, if you could just come in and open up your phone, you've got all of these emojis on the bottom. If you could just tap the love heart emoji button as many times as you can, it pings the notifications, it tells Facebook that we're live, and it brings other people into the group as well. But while we're doing it, let's say thank you to the ambassadors, to Mel, to Melanie, to Tracy, and to Ger, who were helping so many people yesterday, just pointing in the right way, which is fantastic. They're going to be obviously involved a lot more today because we're going to dig into some of the actual implementation parts of this week. I saw one of the comments yesterday. It's all well and good and all, but what has this actually got to do with short-term rentals? And so I totally get it. But I did say from the start, yesterday was fun. Today is where we properly get going. And we're going to definitely dig into it. And I'm looking forward to showing everybody that. So thank you to the ambassadors. You were great. I just want to very quickly go through a couple of the pictures because there was some really good one from the artwork that was created. So look at this lovely one. I believe this is Sarah's. I feel animals are perfect. Highland cow, really good. You know, dolphins, really good. It's when we try and get a little bit crazy. For example, this one from Sean, a dog wearing what looks like Facebook Oculus device. Very happy dog, which is crazy. And then this is probably one of my favorite ones. A man who looks like he's disappeared into the deck, which is hilarious. Where is the other one? The one from Lizzie Large. Lizzie, which has basically created the zombie apocalypse, having a barbecue, which is fun. This is one that I created today, which is a rocket leaving a computer, rocket blasting off, which I thought was kind of cool. I was trying to mess around. We created a new blog post today of my top 5 favorite podcast episodes of 2022. And I was messing about with an image. But that was that. That was good. So it's all good fun. And again, thank you everybody who took part and did the homework. And, you know, you can waste hours doing this if you really want to, but it's just for fun. That's what yesterday was. You can take inspiration from it. I definitely think Sarah should be printing this off because obviously her properties are llama themed and getting that up somewhere in the property. I also saw this image today, which made me laugh. This has nothing to do with ChatGPT, but just made me laugh. Almost booked this Airbnb, then saw it was not secure. If anybody gets that joke, you're as geeking on websites as I am. But anyway, let's get on with Wheel of Fortune, shall we? You've got a couple more seconds to give me your lucky number. Today's lucky number is between 1 and 10. Yesterday's winner didn't claim the prize. So I'm throwing it up today and I'm going to add in something as well. So today's lucky winner will not only win a year's worth subscription to Mount, which is the upsell software, which I'm going big on this year, but you're also going to win a year's membership to host GPT So Host GPO is a bulk buying platform. So if you're ever trying to buy bulk loads of things, whether it is you just got a new property and you need to get all of the things, don't go through your normal routes that you may go down through. Go to Host GPO and you get 1 year's free membership in that. So it's a year of Mount for free and a year of Host GPO, which is great. Someone is going to win both of those things tonight, and we've got a lot more prizes to give away. I need a lucky number between 1 and 10. If you've given me anything over 10, if you want anything over 10, then you get a chance to re-guess. So let's share my screen. I'm going to give everybody a big countdown. Here we are. Sorry, I've wolfed my dinner down tonight. So I've just found a little bit of dinner in my teeth just then. All right, let's get ready to spin this. So you've got 10 seconds. 5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, before I spin this is what you need to do. If you guess the lucky number, what you need to do is you need to go over to Instagram and send me a DM on Instagram, which is BOOSTLY UK, Boostly UK. Instagram, should be following me by now, and say, hey, I got the lucky number. Whatever the lucky number is, between 1 and 10, doesn't mean that you win. You have to send me a message, and then later in this evening, I'll put all the names into a hat and I'll pick out a lucky winner and I will let you know. So let's spin this. Spin, spin, spin. All right, the lucky number is number 4. So if you guessed number 4, what you need to do is you need to, not now, you don't have to do it right this second, but at some point during the course of the next couple of hours, come over to Instagram and send me a DM on Instagram, which is at Boostly UK, and say, hey, I got the lucky number, which was number 4. I will go and check. So don't just send me a message if you didn't get number 4. I will go back and check. But if you did, then you will potentially win the year's worth of Mount and a year's worth of Host GPO, which is rather exciting. So again, what I would love for you all to do today, and this is homework for today, is at some point during this live video over the next 30 minutes, what I would love for you to do is to take a picture of the screen, screenshot it, take a picture, and go and post it on Instagram. Document it on your stories. Documenting is by far one of the best ways of creating content in 2023 because people love to follow the journey. And you may think everything is non-relevant, but everything is 100% relevant. People love to see what you're doing in the day-to-day. And, you know, by documenting this journey, people will love to join in. So go and take a picture, take a screenshot, take a video. Let's see how creative you can get with Instagram. If you want to know more about Instagram, we are going to be back in April doing another 5-day training with Mr. Paul Anderson, who is the Instagram expert. And we're going to dive into 5 days all around Instagram, reels, stories, you name it. And if you want to find out more about that, I will tell you more about that at the end of this week. But go into Instagram, open it up to a story. So basically a story is the one where you swipe left, or do a post. Make sure you tag in Boostly UK so I can see it, I can share it, so we can tell more hosts about what we're doing this week. If you could do that, that would be amazing. Okay, so what are we doing today? So today we are going to focus on research. Now, many of us, or many of you, start a business, and, you know, when it comes to getting it ready, you're doing all of the things. So, you know, you find a property, whether you're going to buy it or whether you're going to do the management model or whether you're going to do the rent-to-rent model, whatever model you sort of go down, you find the property, you go, right, this is the one, okay? You then do all of the things to get it ready. Build it, change it, renovate it, get it ready, decorate it, whatever, to get it ready to then market. And then when you market, you just do what most people do, which is just put it on Airbnb or just put it on booking.com, because it's the easiest way to market. Within 10, 15 minutes, you can have a listing live and potentially bookable. But this, in my opinion, is the most important phase. So after you've, you know, maybe done it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, you really start to figure out which guests are your cringe clients and which guests are your crush clients. And unfortunately, there will always be that cringe. But what if there was a way where you can have every guest that comes through your door pretty much is your crush client, the crush guest, the one that you go, you know what, they just get it. They leave the best reviews, they have the best time, their friends are all very similar to them, and we just have fantastic guests that come and stay with us. Now, those hosts are the ones that crack the guest avatar, your ideal guest avatar. And that is what we're going to do today. Now, in the book Diet Playbook, and if you've got a copy of the book, please do let me know. But in the book, you will know that there is a big section at the very start which delves into customer avatar. It's one of the main chapters in the book, okay? And when you go out to then implement this, it can be tricky, it can be hard, it takes a lot of time. Now, the one thing that I love about GPT and the one thing that I love about AI is it can shortcut this process. It can make this process smoother. And the best thing is it's free. Now, I will state that the softwares that I'm going to show you is going to be two free and one that is a freemium. And a freemium means that it's free to start off with, but if you want to upgrade, it has got payment options. And it's the one that I'm using. I am using this on a daily basis at the moment, and I think that this is one that is going to be widely used, but you can choose whatever you want to choose. We're going to use these platforms and we're going to put in the prompts. Now, like I said yesterday, the better the prompts, the better the answers. OpenAI, which created ChatGPT, which is one of the tools that we're going to use, has started to give out some research and surveys and some of the things that they're finding. And they're saying that the majority, well over 85% of the prompts that are given to its bot is one line. And what they're saying here is, listen, the answers are as good as the prompts that you give us. Okay. So what we're going to do is I've created a couple of prompts that you can copy and paste and implement and just tweak. And then you can start to find them for your own area. So let me show you first and foremost. And if this is too quick, this is being recorded. This will always be in the group. So you can go back later and you can rewatch. As soon as I'm finished with the live, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the copy above, the copy that you see in the post, and I will paste in the prompts that I'm using so you can copy and paste and use. Now, if you want to do this live with me, you can do. But what I really recommend you do is you have two devices to hand. So let's just say, for example, give me a hashtag phone if you're watching this live on your phone. Give me a hashtag computer if you're watching this on your computer. Give me a hashtag tablet if you're watching this on your tablet, or give me a hashtag TV if you're watching on your TV. So whatever you've got and whatever you can reach to hand, I recommend that you go and find it now. Now, if you're going to do this, I recommend that you do this on your laptop. I will be honest and totally transparent here. I have not tested any of this on my mobile because between you and me, I hate using this thing. I don't like that it's a smaller screen. I don't like that I can only do a limited amount of things at once. So I prefer to do and test all of this on a computer. Now, obviously, there's people that will use this and test this on their phone. That's absolutely cool. But for me, for my opinion, if I'm going to do something like this, I want to do it on a bigger screen where I can see what's going on. Okay. So let's just quickly go through it. I'm going to share my screen. Now, obviously, everything that I'm going to show you is based on a computer. So the device and the domain, the first one I'm going to show you is a free one. Now, ChatGPT, if you just Google search Chat OpenAI GPT, this is the one that you will majority of the time see on YouTube videos or any training that has maybe done so far. This is the most talked about and the most shouted about one that is out there at the present moment in time. But because of that, it is very, very, very busy. Okay. So if you wanted a workaround, and I've put this in the link above. So if you go into the post itself, if you go into the group, and if I hit the refresh button, if I come down to here, you will see that I've given you the domains. So again, if you're trying to do this on your phone, it's going to be a lot harder. But this one right here is the most common one. This one is the workaround. So let me just show you what the workaround looks like. Now, if you've never used this before, you will have to create an account. You will have to set up and you will have to verify. So if you haven't yet done this, wait until I've shown you what we're going to do and then go and action it later. So ChatGPT, platform.openai.com/playground. Those are the free ones. Now, as you can see, they are starting to put in upgrade options. And in my personal opinion, the Playground is a lot better than ChatGPT because this delves in a lot more than the other one doesn't. The other one is more user-friendly, etc., etc. Now, the freemium version that I've discovered, and the one that I personally love to use, is this one. So it's app.writesonic.com. And you'll see me talk about this a lot this week because not only is it ChatGPT, but better. But also as well, when you come into it, you'll notice it has a couple of other premium features. So number one, if you look at the very bottom here, you'll see that it has got text. So you can talk into it and it converts it into text. As you can see as well, it will include the latest Google data. And if I tap on that, it will also include memory as well. Not only is it a Chat GPT alternative, but you've also got the Photosonic, which is your images. And, you know, you've got much more articles and blogs, ads and marketing. Now, if you want to upgrade, you can do it. I think just to get going, the first package is something like $20 a month. Again, it's nothing outrageous. The way that I like to compare it is if it's just like, you know, hiring a very, very, very cost-effective virtual assistant. And this is somebody that can work in minutes. So it definitely is the one. So again, if you go into the links above, and if anything is at capacity, I'm giving you right now 2 different alternatives. Even if you go for this one, it's free for like the first month. So like I say, if you're stuck, don't say, like here, I can see a comment right now saying the basic site is at capacity right now. Thanks for the workaround. Yeah, brilliant. So don't get hung up on the basic one because so many people use it. And again, somebody put here, it's less busy in the mornings. Like if you use this one, you can get on at any time. And this is the one that I'm going to use this even. Right, so first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow up my screen, so to speak. I'm going to get rid of you so you can all see this. Now, give me a hashtag yes. Can you see this on the screen? Good enough. You should be able to, even on a mobile. And again, if you need to watch this back, you can do. So what we're going to do first is we're going to identify. Okay. So what we're going to do is identify. There's 3 stages to your ideal guest avatar. And if anybody has read the book, if anybody has heard me talk many times, you'll know that there are 3 stages to coming up with your guest avatar. 1 is identify, 1 is locate, and 1 is attract. Okay. So what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify. Now I've got my prompt ready and I'm just going to read it out to you now. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put it into the Facebook group. Now, if you are watching this on LinkedIn, if you are watching this on YouTube, and if you want to join in the fun, come over to Facebook, join boostly.co.uk/AI and jump into the group because that's where I'm going to put all of this information. So let me just paste this in on the comments here so you've all got it. So this is the prompt that I'm going to give. Create me a market research piece for the typical type of person who visits for a vacation. Now, where I've got it in brackets, it is going to say insert town. So for you, you could change insert town so it's personal to you. So just a quick shout out, everybody. Where are you based in the world? I'll choose one and I will put it in the chat. Just give me the location where you are around the world. I'll just pick the first one that I see. And hopefully you can't hear the kids on the other side of this. They are screaming at the moment. Okay, I can see York. Brilliant. Right, well, York is very close to me. So create me a market research piece for the typical type of person who visits York for a vacation. Now, if, for example, your guest was not vacation, maybe it's midterm rentals, maybe it's business, you can flip out vacation for business, but I'm just going to run that through. Okay, so now what it's going to do is it's going to do a little bit of work. And then hopefully, if all things go well, it's going to spit out what is a full market research piece. Now, as you can see on the screen in green, it is giving me an introduction. It's then going to give me a methodology. It's then going to give me results. And what is it's doing is it's giving all of the information that I could possibly need. Now, like I mentioned yesterday, this is really important, is we're not going to take this verbatim. We're going to use it as a tool and a guide. But compared to trying to do say a Google search, etc., it's very, very good. It's very, very quick. And I'm finding that it's very accurate as well. So introduction, York is a city in the north of England, has a long history and been a popular tourist destination for many years. This research aims to identify the typical type of person who visits York for a vacation. Methodology, this research was conducted by using an online survey, the results. The survey showed the typical type of person who visits York for a vacation is a middle-aged adult between 35 and 55. The majority of visitors are couples with small proportion of single and families. The majority of visitors come from the UK with a small proportion from other parts of Europe and the rest of the world. The majority of visitors are relatively affluent with a higher than average income. So what we would then do, and I'm going to just zoom out for this, is I'm going to take the results and I'm going to place it into a Google Doc. So I'm going to leave that there. Okay, so what we've then done in literally, 2 minutes? I've asked for a full market research piece and it has told me what it can tell me. And this is not just the computer coming up with it. This AI computer scans the web, scans the world, and brings me back that information. And this is just the beginning. In about 2 to 3 years' time, this is going to be 100 times better. We're just scratching the surface of what we can do now. And again, this may be for a lot of you, you're seeing this for the first time. Some of you may have already discovered something like this before and, you're just sort of rehashing it. But, it is a fantastic tool and a fantastic opportunity to really start when you come to setting up your business. So let's dive into the next one. The next one is locate. So we've got identify, which I'm going to put into a Google Doc here. Then we're going to do locate. So now that we've discovered that the people that are mostly visiting York is middle-aged adult between this ages here. So I'm just going to highlight this. So couples, okay. We do have a small proportion of singles and families. And they come from the UK. I'm also taking from this that they are relatively affluent with a higher than average income. And the smaller proportion of visitors come for shopping and leisure. Most people stay between 4 to 5 days. Okay. Now, what you can do is when I come into this, and I'm going to share my screen. So what you could do here is you could take this information and you could go to something like AirDNA, or you could take it to something like Wheelhouse or Price Labs, etc. And you could then go and see if the data that you're getting here matches up. So say, for example, you're looking at a 3-bed property and it could sleep up to 5 people. It's got 1 to 2 bedrooms. And this is the sort of target audience that you are going for. This here can help you when it comes to making those decisions on who you're going to target. So let's just say that this is who you're going to identify. Now we're going to locate them and find out how best to get their attention. So what we need to do now is once we've identified, what we're then going to do is we're going to locate. So we're going to come back into our tool here. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. And I'm going to paste in the next question. So I'm going to come into the group and I'm going to pop in the next question, the next prompt, sorry. Let me zoom in again. So the next prompt is, how can I best market to a gender, aged, whatever age, who has a niche and is looking for a place to stay in York? So how can I best market to, so let's just say I want to be marketing to females. And I'm in York and I'm going to use 35 to 55 as the age. couples and is looking for a place to stay in York. So I've done couples over families because it did say the majority were couples. So how can I best market to a female aged 35 to 55 years old, couples, and is looking for a place to stay? Again, I'm going to hit submit. And again, it's going to do a bit of work. Now, if you want to follow along with me, you can do. And it's going to give us the answer. You'll notice on the right side of my screen, it's got all of these different things. I haven't got a clue what any of those means. I'm not even going to begin to try and say that I do, but it's obviously one that you can play around with yourself. So the answer, when marketing to a female aged 35 to 55 years old or in a relationship looking for a place to stay in York, it's important to focus on the historical and cultural attractions of the city and the convenience of the location. Emphasize the city's rich heritage, the range of activities available, and easy to access for the rest of UK and Europe. So anybody who's been to York, you know that it's very accessible. Highlight the city's history, very historical, culture and attractions, as well as the range of accommodation options available. Use content and imagery that will appeal to the target demographic, such as pictures of couples enjoying the city's attractions, and focus on providing value for money. Utilize digital marketing channels such as social media, email, and online display advertising to achieve target audience. Finally, focus on building relationships and customer service where possible. So we take that, we come into our little document that we're building out. Okay, we're going to whack that in there. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's all well and good, but how can we get in front of people? Like, let's just say, for example, I want to be, working with potential influencers. It could be I want to appear on certain blogs. Like where would these people, majority of these people, be spending their time? And that's a big part, is where they're going to be spending their time. Now, don't forget, if you want a non-AI version of this, and if you want something that I created years ago, it's a totally free video. Let me give you a link. booster.co.uk/listing sites, because that will show you how I do this on Google. But what we're going to do is we're going to ask a little question here, and I'm going to put this in to this. So what we're going to do is we're then going to take this, and this is going to be the next question. This is the next question that I'm going to pop this in. And again, you can ask for it to emphasize on that. You can ask a ton of questions backwards and forwards. It's totally up to you how far down the rabbit hole you go. So the question would be, what are the top, family blogs. So what are the top blogs for 35 to 55 women for travel in the UK? So there may be a blog or a magazine or something like that that I could maybe advertise in, or be part of, or join, that I'm just not getting from doing my own Google search research. So some of the top blogs include Wanderlux, Wanderlust Chloe, The Travelista, My Travel Monkey, Travel Hack. Now, these may feel like they're more abroad ones, but again, you can use it as part of your research and use it as a guide. So what I would do is I would just grab this and I'd bring it into my avatar document. And again, you can tidy that up. So let's recap. What we've done is we've used identified and locate. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a better idea. So when we're coming to do our property out, decorate our property, design our property, the amenities that we're going to pop into the property, we now know the age range of people that are coming to York. We now know the type of people that are majority looking. And this is important because when you advertise on the listing site. So when you advertise on Airbnb and the amenities that you're putting in and the copy that you use and the pictures that you put up, you then get a better idea and a better grasp by using tools like AirDNA, PriceLabs, Wheelhouse, GPT, who is actually looking in your area, your town. And there may be somebody who is based in several locations. Well, you can do this for each place. This is just giving you a guide on how to start. Now, is this making sense? Are you enjoying it? And are you looking forward to getting going? Give me a hashtag yes in the comments if so. Because then what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to Attract. So let me share my screen again. Good. So this will help you with your marketing, your copy. I'm loving all of this. This is incredible. Look, good. I'm glad, because if you'd hated it, then you might have seen a nearly 40-year-old crying in his office. And because I've got loads more of this to show you. So now's the cool things. I'm going to show you a couple of different links. I'm going to give you a couple of different things. And this is where like the next aha moment is really going to come, because I can show you this actually in play right now with what we're doing. So next is Attract. And I'm sharing my screen again, just in case anybody's wondering. And again, don't worry if you're missing any of this, because you can catch up on the replay afterwards. So do not worry if you're missing any of this. So now it's Attract. So we've identified who's coming to the area. We know where they're hanging out. How can we now turn a looker into a booker? So how can we just turn somebody that is on, I don't know, a social media channel or on a listing site or just scrolling around to then seeing our property and go, wow, this is the place for me. Because when we nail down the customer avatar, this is where we get our ideal guest. This is where we get the better reviews, the better referrals, because we can match the needs and the want to what we can offer, which is all part of the dance. So we're going to go back into our tool and we're going to type in the following prompt. So I'm going to put this in the comments. And again, you can play around with this as much as you like. You can rephrase it. You can do what you want. But the prompt that I'm going to ask is, what type of content would a typical insert age from the research, enter gender, want to watch on social media when it comes to choosing a place to vacation in insert town or name? So from my research, 35-year-old woman. Because again, I'm just making the assumption here that it is the female in the relationship who is making the booking decision. You could easily change this to man. I'm just literally doing it on this assumption of this one. Again, you can change it. If you've got your own data as well, I want to stress this. If you've got your own data, so if you've got like a year or 2 years worth of guests, and on the booking form, if like 9 out of 10 of the people that are booking is a female, then you can target to a female. If the 9 out of 10 people or 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, the majority of people is male, then you would target to male, because those are the ones that are making the actual booking. Now there's all the context around this, but this is how you just go on base of what you've got, what you know to be true, what you believe to be true. Now I'm going to change this to York. So what type of content would a typical 35-year-old woman want to watch on social media when it comes to choosing a place to vacation in York? I'm going to hit submit. Okay, so then it's given me an answer. When it comes to choosing a place to vacation in York, a typical 35-year-old woman would likely want to watch content that emphasizes the city's rich culture. Content could include video tours of the city's attractions, interviews with locals about their favorite place to visit and activities to do. I love that. And reviews of different accommodation options. Content could also include pictures and videos of people enjoying city's attractions, as well as tips for budget travel and advice on where to find the best deals. Finally, content could emphasize the city's unique character and charm, as well as its convenience and accessibility. Now, right there, for me personally, is the ultimate content plan for your website, for your digital guidebook with Touch Day, so to speak. I can see Touch Day being used in the chat. You could also use it for your social media plan as well. So if you're stuck for content to create, then you could look to create videos. Okay. Now, if you're not very confident in creating videos, then you can also use this tool to find influencers or content creators near to you that you could then pay to come and create this for you. And again, you can use GPT. You could go back to Find. Don't forget, we've got our favorite new search engine. And you've got other tools that you could potentially do this as well. But right here, what it's telling us is what type of content people want to see. Now, you may be thinking that's all well and good, but I want to make sure that the amenities that I've got in my vacation rental are the right ones for this typical age demographic. So the next prompt, and again, don't worry, because I'm going to put all of this inside the Facebook group. If you are not watching this in the Facebook group, go to booster.co.uk/AI, put your email address down and join in the fun. So this is the next one that I'm going to put down. What amenities could I add to my vacation rental to attract a typical insert age? So okay. So what amenities could I add to my vacation rental to attract typical 35-year-old female? And again, you just run the search. Now, this is interesting, and this is where this technology just sort of blows my mind a little bit. Please notice that I didn't mention in here York, but because that we are continuing the trend, it is based off the assumption that I am still talking about a place in York. So this is the thing that's a bit like, wow. So to attract a typical 35-year-old female for the vacation rental in York, it is important to provide amenities that will appeal to this group. This could include providing high-speed internet, fully equipped kitchen, laundry facilities, comfortable furniture, and modern appliances. Additionally, complimentary towels, linens. It's also important to provide about the city's attractions and activities, as well as a map, directions, and any helpful information. So again, pretty decent. And if you don't know what you don't know, which is very cool. All right. So next, I want to show you a new tool. Now, this is pretty cool, and I'm going to drop it into the chat, and you can go and look at it at your leisure. But let's just say that you've got your property and you want a bit of interior design ideas. Okay, so say that you want interior design ideas, decorai.io. So you get 5 ideas for free. You can play around with it. It can give you some inspiration, and you can tailor it around your ideal guest. So again, if you're literally at the start of your journey, or you're looking for a rehash and a refurb and re-ideas, but you're stuck for inspiration, this tool, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and it is pretty cool. Again, your first 5 ideas are for free. Now, some other tools that I want to show you as well is this. Now, before this one opens up, I just want to come to this very quickly. So somebody's just put in the chat, don't forget, it only knows the internet until 2021. If you have fresh info for the AI chat, you need to tell it, for instance, copy and paste from your website, guidebook, etc. Now, this is the cool thing about Writesonic, if you were to use this, for example, because what it does is it also takes the data from Google. So again, app.writesonic.com. It just takes it a little bit further than what your standard one is doing at present. Now, another one that I've discovered and found is floor plans. Now, Liam Carolyn, big shout out to Liam Carolyn. He sent me this and said, check this out, because there's a lot of listings. Let me blow up the screen a little bit more. There's a lot of listings that I come across on booking.com and Airbnb, and you're really thinking, well, what is the layout of this property? Now, I know we've talked about custom hand-drawn ones before and all that cool stuff, but this is by far the simplest one that I have come across. So it's home3ds.com. It costs between $20 and $25 per floor. So if you've got 2 floors, it'll be $50. If you've got a 1-floor apartment, it's 1. But this is really cool because when somebody is on your listing, when somebody is looking at you on maybe your website or your socials or probably your Airbnb or your booking.com, they're trying to figure out the layout. They're trying to go, okay, so, if I've got 6 people to fit in, what is the layout of the room? And if you confuse, you lose. So as soon as you can get a 3D floor plan into your listings, then it instantly becomes more bookable because people can understand it and they can book it straight away. Now, let me just give you an example of what this would look like in the real world. Now, this is a listing that I've seen use it. And as you can see here, the first image is a collage of pictures that was done on Canva. This C is not bang on the money, so that needs to amend. But as you can see, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth picture, it instantly starts to show you the layout of the downstairs and the upstairs. So again, floor plans are very, very, very effective for doing this, especially if you've got a property that's a little bit crowded, especially if it's a little bit maybe on a couple of floors and you need to lay it out. That's really big. Now we've also got another one that is an even easier domain. And again, I'll put this in the show notes later, but getfloorplan.com. All you need to do for this one is upload your actual floor plan and they'll turn it into a 3D one, and they can even turn it into a 3D virtual tour, which is cool. The one that I love about this one is that you don't even need to send a floor plan. You can just send the pictures from your listing site or just pictures you've got on your Google Drive, and they'll create it that way. Very, 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 very powerful. Right, let me just come back into the group. Let me just see what everybody is saying. What questions have we got in the chat? Now, first and foremost, there will be a tons of questions. What I'm going to ask for you to do is, if anybody's watching this on the replay, hold off. I'm going to put a brand new post at the top of the group, which is going to be a help thread. So when you start digging into this technology and you're going to start running your questions, etc., and if you need a bit of help, come into the help thread that's going to be posted in about 45 minutes time, and put hashtag help, and then me or one of the ambassadors will come in to help you as best as possible. We're going to keep this thread open for the next 24 hours because tomorrow I want to show you something new. Tomorrow I want to show you something a little bit different. And by doing that, we need to make sure that the thread stays open for 24 hours and then I can close it off so we can focus on tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to be a big day. Now, can anybody tell me what is happening tomorrow? Who can tell me? Who can be the first? Now, while you're doing that, I really hope that makes sense. And again, I really hope now we dug into this and we dug into the avatar, you know how this training is going to implement and affect you. So yes, tomorrow is Book Direct Day and Wheel of Fortune, but tomorrow's Book Direct Day is a big day in the world of what we do because it's where hosts from all over the world come together and spread the word of Book Direct. Now, as much as I am in love with this brand new technology, GPT, AI, and all that cool stuff, like I said yesterday, you will never, ever, ever replace human touch. So AI, GPT, and all this technology, this will replace crap copywriters, artists, VAs, etc. The good ones the cream will rise to the top and they'll become even more in demand because we'll move into a world of copy paste. That's it. With good copywriters, good artists, then they'll be more in demand. And I'm very lucky to be working with a copywriter for many years now called Lana. And she has very kindly put together a free template. And this free template I'm going to share with everybody. Everybody, okay? And you can all use this for your email marketing campaign tomorrow. One of the big pain points when it comes to email marketing is you just don't know what to write. Well, if you look at this screen here, we've done it for you. Now, to get this Google Doc, can somebody please put this link in the chat? And I'm going to give it to you now. boostly.co.uk/book direct day. So boostly.co.uk/book direct day. So when you come into it, you can copy, you can paste this, and you can send this in your email. So if you use MailChimp or Active Campaign or whatever you're using, Campaign Monitor, then you can send this out tomorrow. Okay, so all that you do, SL means subject line. Okay, you would take one of these and then you will put it as the subject to your email. And then you would just take the body. So you basically copy this, you would paste it into your email marketing software, and then you will personalize it for you and your business. Okay. This copy is being created by a professional copywriter, somebody that has worked with me for a lot of time, and it's free for you all to use. So instead of you sat there tomorrow thinking, should I use, what should I post out? What should I do? What should I send an email? You've got it right here. If you're not yet currently using email marketing software, but you have a list of guest details and have said that it's fine for you to keep in touch over the coming months and years, then what you can do is, my advice would be to do a 80-20. So look at the 20% of guests who brought in 80% of your revenue over the last year who haven't yet booked for 2023. Send them this and just see how it works. Now, what we're going to do tomorrow is we are going to focus on Book Direct Day. And what we're going to do is we are going to work on content for social media to post out. So we can use the tools that we've discovered so far with GPT, with the image ones and Moonsonic and Writesonic and all those things. And we're going to put it into practice tomorrow. So before you do anything else, line up this email to go out tomorrow. And when we come back, we're going to be creating the social media content that we can post out to get in front of many, many people to spread the word of hashtag Book Direct Day. So I really hope you enjoyed today. We went a little bit over, but I think it was worth it. Don't forget to get access to that email copy is Book Direct Day, boostly.co.uk/Book Direct Day. Someone could just please put that in the links. If you got the lucky number 4 right in Spin the Wheel earlier, then please make sure that you send me a message on Instagram so you can win those 2 amazing prizes. And please make sure that you take a picture, you go and post it on Instagram, you tag in @BoostlyUK, okay? @BoostlyUK, and document what you're doing. Document that you're part of this process, document that you're taking part of this training. I am loving it. I'm loving seeing all the comments come through. And I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. It's a big, big, big day tomorrow. If you're watching this and you think, you know what, I would like Boostly to guide me through this future, this crazy unknown future that's coming up. I want to make sure that my business is not over-reliant on Airbnb. I want to make sure I've got more direct bookings. Just go to boostly.co.uk. If you want to book a call in with our team, boostly.co.uk/call. There's some chosen spots that are left. Please get in quick though, because those spots are filling up fast. And I'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. GMT, for another round of this 5-day challenge. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Any questions, save them for the thread that's coming up in about 45 minutes. Take care, everybody.
This is a freestyle. I'm going off the dome. Ready for my close-up? Good looking. Let me tell you, get more bookings. Oh, that'd be nice, giving me tips, tools and advice. Yeah, you're gonna get them, hon. You're gonna sit back, listen to Mark Simpson. Whoa, having a blast. Gonna get it on the Boostly podcast. Boostly like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely. If you want my respect, you better put direct.